hear me bitching about everything?
Nope.
Okay.
They heard that you bitched, though.
That's fine.
Oh, we've been demonetized for saying such evil, foul language in the first 20 seconds. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Trees yet again. So we are crafting a bunch of trees, and we're going to do some unboxing today. Since we're getting so many boxes, I figured use them and to organize everything. So we got through, looks like 5 trees yesterday. And I like how twisted and curled they are. It's really gnarly. Let's get... And I ordered more, so they're on their way. It's a little bit more straighter, I think. I don't have the hot water ready. I knew I didn't have something ready for the stream. I blame Allie.
Yes, because I was complaining about how horrible my book is that I'm reading.
Because she was complaining about how horrible her book was. Okay, so let's go get the water ready. There we go. I know, shaky cam. Back to the kitchen. Pots in the sink. Let's grab another pot. This will do. This will do. If you say this will do fast enough, it sounds like a gnome's name. This will do. Where have you been? So it'll take a second to heat up, which is fine. We can go over to the unboxing part of the stream. That's set to go. All right. Okay, now that the water's boiling, we can focus on the boxes. So as supplies come in every day, more things show up, such as this UV resistant acrylic coating. Basically a sealer, but it's okay. It's more, this is your normal household matte sealer final coat. Perfect for the trees once we get all the foliage and all the leaves on top. And we got some more of these boxes.
So happy me and my friend are switching to another book. I know you cats are happy too.
Ooh, in this box, white paint. Surprisingly, I've been really low on white paint for a long time. And then we got some beige. The goal with the white and the beige actually is for the seasonal trees. I want to make them into birch trees. So this lighter color with the green leaves. I really think that's gonna look very nice. Some more brushes that I tossed in the shopping cart. Perfect. The cats can have that box. Aha, perfect. So, Army Painter's Primer. What I'm gonna really use this for, so this is a kind of a brownish red primer. Oak brown, to be specific. What I'm going to use this for are the pine trees. My notifications keep going off. I'm gonna use this for the pine trees, so that the pine trees are actually a dark wood, in contrast to my birch trees. And Army Painter's Oak Primer is gonna be great. Made in Italy, I didn't know that. I feel like I wanna sneeze. I might be going a little fast right now, but I just wanna get to making my trees. All right, what do we got? Finally, 2 cans of it. Dungeon Subterranean. So this is the color that we are putting on the scaffolds as a new primer for all of them. So that color has come. On the next stream tomorrow, we're gonna be painting some scaffolds. Heck yeah. Next, check on the water.
Oh, perfect.
So we need to check on the hot water so that way we can stick these trees into the water so they're more malleable.
Oh, what a word.
You saying I don't use big words?
You do. It's just I haven't heard that one used before.
Apparently I don't say malleable enough. Alright, how's my water?
Don't look at me.
Look, let's stop it. I'm trying to get a shot. So we're boiling some water. Allie's trying to grab the camera from me. We can see that it's almost there. It's got a little bit of bubbles, not enough. I know this stream has got the most exciting title, right? Most exciting thumbnail. Guy makes trees, forest. This is the exciting part of the stream where you get to skip ahead to the slow part being over. Yeah, just waiting for that water. I want at least one big bubble. Oh, that's hot. There we go. The water is ready. Let's go bend some trees into what they need to be. Oh no, the boxes that I've unboxed, they're in my way now. James! How's it going? You getting some hot water going? Give these trees a bath. It's either the top of my head or the bottom of it. So we can stick this one I worked on yesterday. There we go. Just to give it some more bend. How's it going? Well, pretty good. I got an edit done today. Not just one edit. Oh, I didn't open this. I also did a sound design pass on a small little short film. A little Godzilla short film. So I'm pretty excited. Hey guys, this is what you're here for, right here. Oh, heck yes. Oh, there's something else in here? What is this? Little tweezers. Heck yeah. All right, so this is pretty sick. I'll lay these out. So we have light green, medium green, and dark green. So this is foliage that we're going to glue on top of these trees eventually to give them their lush green effect. The reason why I got 3 tones of green, might as well talk to you straight for like this. The reason why I got 3 tones of green is so that way we're going to put medium on first, let that dry, then from the top, put the light gray, let that dry, and from the bottom, put the dark gray. So we kind of simulate a little bit of lighting in the trees. But from everything I hear from everyone, I'm actually going to have to toss these into my coffee grinder. So I'm going to have to clean my coffee grinder, put this in, chop it up, and then make sure it's not in my coffee. But yeah, I'm super psyched. I've been wanting to make trees for God knows how long. I've just been so intimidated. No matter what video I watch, no matter any product I look up or tutorial, it's just intimidated. So I'm really excited for the fact that I'm actually able to work on these trees and start world building my forests for my world, Aida, my fantasy world. And yesterday I came up with a new tree to add to the to-do list. I think I'll only need 1. I don't need a bunch of them. Skywalker, long time. No sky walking. A fay tree. So the foliage is going to be purple and pink, and it's very much like a cherry blossom tree, but a mix of cherry blossom and lavender. And that will sprout all year round, and that tree is connected to the Fae, and it's a very magical tree. So I'm gonna have one of those I gotta add to my list of 26 trees that we're making. Heck yeah. Dude, I am psyched. That thing is sharp. Work is beating me up, but I'll survive. How you doing, y'all? Dude, all good, man. You know, work beat me up for a while. And, that's a weird tree. That's short. And I'm happy to say that I got more work. The beating up part was not getting enough work. And now I'm getting enough work. And I just got done doing a 24-hour live stream for charity, and we raised $50,000. It was originally 30, and then with the final numbers, the producers came back and let us know that they actually raised 50 because of all the guests who volunteered to donate 1,000 to match. So we ended up with a butt ton of money. The charity was for helping kids with cancer.
Leukemia and lymphoma.
Leukemia and lymphoma.
LLS.
LLS. Allie is telling me what to say.
I was telling you what it's called.
This is a scripted stream.
No, just if you want to look it up, it's Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
Yeah. So that's what I've been up to. And now I'm making trees, bro. Is this hot? Okay, no, it's not. So yeah, working on that. But specifically about these trees, so we got birch trees that are going to be the seasonal ones. So we'll have summer ones, autumn, and we'll have some dead/winter. I like that bright color wood. Everything else in D&D is so dark, so getting something bright is kind of nice. Then the pine trees that we're making literally from scratch, from dowel wood, those are going to be dark brown with ideally a hue of red, but not necessarily. I want to do spooky web cover trees, which can count as like the rotten, evil, corrupt, or blight trees. Those would be great. This thing's getting harder to work with. Let's toss that back in. Let's work on another one. The Fay tree, not sure, because there's going to be purple leaves. It might be a red-brown, who knows? Cut this bottom branch off. But no matter how hard work keeps you down, always remember, you can come hang out here. My battery's low. Oh, that's right. You're going for your run.
Mm-hmm.
Allie's a runner now.
You know, Autumn started telling me I have to say the things I'm doing, that I am those things, and it doesn't feel like it.
Allie's training for a 5K.
Yes. You know, so if they want to like donate in the chat how many miles I think I'm gonna run today.
Yeah, donate in the chat. How many miles you think she's gonna run today?
5K is 3.1 miles.
Oh, so is it kilometers that the 5K is representing?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So far I've been running my 2 running sessions I've done. I've run anywhere between 1.4 to 1.6 miles. So if you guys would like to donate,
in dollars or pennies.
Yeah, if you want to give like $1.40 or something.
There you go.
For how much you think I'm gonna run.
Guess with your pockets.
I'll find out when I come back in. Oh, the queen's awake. Good luck.
All right, bye. Do you have a name for the Fay tree, or is that the name? I like Fay tree as like the colonial term for it. It's like, oh, that's a Fay tree. So I like that. I do think it needs its own specific name though, and I'm gonna brew on that. But I also like that the wood on that is very particular. So in Aeda, steel is actually harder to make than in the real world. It still requires essentially applying carbon to iron, but the iron that we collect in Aeda needs a lot more carbon, kind of like magically potent carbon, right? And you get that from these Fay trees, from wild wood. Wild being W-Y-L-D-E, wild wood. Skywalker says good luck on your run.
Thanks, Skywalker. Do they come from the Mother Wild?
Maybe. Maybe they're Mother Wild's favorite trees.
Yeah, you should tell them it's basically like your Avandra.
Yeah, so...
Okay, I'll be back.
In my pantheon, I have... In the first dawn and before, it's considered Mother Wild. In second dawn, people refer to her as Wild Mother. Mostly because this deity gets more wrathful in the second dawn. But it's essentially the god of nature. So Fae are considered wild folk or wildlings. So I like the idea that we have Wildwood, and I'm writing an adventure, a one-shot adventure, that incorporates the lore for the Wildwood. So the lumber is called Wildwood, and you get them from Fae trees. So having a better word than Fae trees is pretty good. Faerani trees? Did I say that right? Faerani? Dry that, soak that up. Wild Mother sounds dope. How do you come up with your own pantheon and worlds? I've tried before, but always end up sticking with the core pantheon from Forgotten Realms. So I kind of start there because it's like my players are probably going to be more familiar with that. There's going to be on the top tier, we have some type of main gods, and then we have lesser gods, more or less, right? There's going to be a god of nature because there are going to be people who care about nature more than anything else. And how else did I do? I was like, oh, there's got to be a deity for knowledge, but I think I have two of them. One's a little bit more on the just side, and one's a little bit more on the corrupt side, and different uses of knowledge. I have a sun, and I like the idea that people probably pray to the sun. But in my world, the sun came after the moons, and the moons weren't there in the first place. So how the moon and the sun arrived is lost lore to a lot of people. But the sun provides protection and harvest, so people would pray to the sun as if it's a god. Making it a god. Then I have, and that those gods, like the sun, the moon, are actual celestial bodies. Nature itself is deity because it's so magical. This is just literally my thinking process through it, right? And a normal D&D player would totally go, that makes sense. So I have some knowledge ones because though wizards wouldn't pray to them, in the idea of this pursuit of knowledge, there might be some deity who protects it or collects it, that they're taking knowledge from, or trying to deceive to get knowledge, or they're trying to avoid the god from getting that knowledge. Then gods of death, because it's scary, and to the average person there must be something beyond that is causing it. Otherwise, why would it be happening in a world of magic? Ooh, this tree. This tree's pretty neat. There we go. And that kind of covers like top tier, like what the common people would be trained and taught of what to respect in life. You respect nature or you fear nature. You respect the sun and you give thanks to it. You respect moon and give thanks to it, especially if you're a sailor. And then gods of knowledge are either keeping or always seeking knowledge. That's why we don't know everything, because the gods don't want us to know everything. Or when someone knows something dangerous, that's why it's dangerous, because the gods are trying to take it from them. So that's kind of my thinking through it. And then the layer below, rather than coming up with a bunch of lesser gods, which I think is really weird. My music is glitching. I instead decided that everything below these main celestial bodies are floating around, and big aspects like of nature and stuff like that. It's nature, knowledge, sun, moon. It's really those four. Basically. Someone's trying to get a hold of me. I'll put myself on Don't Disturb. Below that, rather than saying we have a bunch of lesser gods running around, which is really weird from a mortal perspective. Yo, what's going on with this iPad? It is struggling. I instead took from Shintoism and said everything has a god, everything has a spirit. From every inanimate object to every mineral to every person, every tree, every rock. And those spirits are fae. So there is a fairy to this tree. There's a fairy to this rock. There are more powerful fae, which are maybe not just a single object, but a region. Leaning into the Miyazaki-inspired fantasy that's in my mind. And Shintoism as a religion. So I have that. And then I don't have like giant gods or dragon gods. The dragon people and half giants for my world are orcs. Their pantheon are myths from other ages in my world. The Age of Thunder, which is the reign of the giants. And then the Age of Wrath, which is the era where the dragons ruled, the first dragons, the great worms. And those are deities in the dragon people's perspective. that's where I'm starting to deviate from Forgotten Realms, is when I started building a timeline and going, how do I keep aspects of D&D lore that makes up that kind of rich fantasy, but make it fit this world, which is there are no other planes of existence. It's Aeda. And we've seen a little bit of that not being true. In Curse of Amity Island, we see that there's the astral plane. But the astral plane, I have a cosmology video coming. The astral plane is just outer space. That's all it is. And I have a doc and I need to release it. It has the conversation of my altitudes in my world. YouTube decided to freak out. And in my altitudes of my world, the top one is the Astro Veil, I think it's called. Gotta double check, I haven't read it in a minute. There's a magical barrier between Earth and outer space. Basically, you know, the ozone. But it's a magical barrier that protects the world from the effects of the astral sea. And a lot of that stuff does not come to me day one. Like, it takes time in sitting down and going, how do I make mine different but similar? What makes my dwarves unique and different while still being dwarves? So when my players sit down and they want to play a dwarf, it's still a dwarf for them. You know, like, how did the sun get there? Why was, like, the sun wasn't there when the planet was made, so where did the sun come from? And if the sun came after, what's the center of the solar system? Well, it's the planet. It's not orbiting a sun. The sun is orbiting it. So it's, once you pick, my thinking is, once you have like your top 4, top 5 for your pantheon, you know, you have your deity that everyone believes is the deity of justice and law or good or whatever, and then you have a deity that's frowned upon or feared, not necessarily evil, like the god of death. A god of death can be a lawful, neutral god, but people perceive it to be evil because death is bad. And my iPad is acting funky. So yeah, and the more it kind of becomes yours, the more your brain is going to think about how different it is for you and how much it's yours. Like, I made orcs and Goliaths essentially the same thing. They're both half giants. Green Canaan orcs come from the Mediterranean, while albino Goliath orcs come from the tundra north. The green orcs have fire running through their veins, while the albino orcs have frost running through their veins. My iPad hates me right now. I scrolled up to read it and I never read it. Black hole at the center or a white hole, because that'll be interesting and might help explain the sun. Where the sun can be? How the sun can be? It's possible. In the Dwarven Lore podcast I did with Chris on the channel, we talk about where the sun came from, or at least how it arrived. That's pretty gnarly looking. So yeah. Also, reason why I don't have a giant spider drow deity is because Allie has a phobia against spiders. So I don't have that deity or that lore in my world. So I can just erase that entirely. Some of the thinking process that goes into which way to bend the branches is kind of a survival mechanism. Every branch is trying to get sunlight, and it's trying to get it with it's like trying to avoid the branch above it and try to reach for the sky the best it can, because if it can't reach it, it'll die. I have Premium. I should try to just download it so that way it doesn't have to try to buffer. I I feel like the iPad itself is the problem. Oh yeah, it's definitely the iPad. Oh, that might be why. Hang on. It still thinks it needs to be the second monitor to my laptop. There we go. That should help. But I've been having issues with this iPad since I got it. It's just trying to load so much. I don't understand why it struggles. All right. Snape.
So, unforeseen factor. An hour after a snack is not long enough time to wait before you run. Tummy cramps, so hard.
Oh.
Yeah, I ran for 0.81, and I started feeling the cramps at like 0.5, and I was like, we'll see if it passes. And then at 0.81...
Allie just got back from a run.
And at 0.81, my body was like, you have to stop. I rested till 0.9. I tried to run, and my stomach just was like a hard cramp. I was like, okay, I have to wait 2 hours after a snack before I can run.
What was your snack?
Apples and peanut butter.
Yeah, I can
did
see
that last time, but I took a nap and then went running.
I mean, that is different.
Yes. But I showed up. I did almost a mile today.
Congrats.
So that's better than not showing up at all. How are these cats doing?
They're meowing away.
Losing their minds? Where did you put Mama? Why is she not here?
Why is Mama not here? There we go. I like that. That's a nice tree. So we're getting a handful of these trees. It's kind of shocking how fast this cools. Nope. Grab it the other way. Yep. Where's that music? Water's still warm enough. Brickmaster! While that heats up a little bit, I need to find a drill bit for this. Come with me. We shall go get a drill bit that is smaller than this. How have you been, Brickmaster? Always the wrong one. There we go. Well, those are some perfect sized drill bits. I am going to try to do this without a power tool, but I will have a power tool ready. I know, the squeakiness and all of it. Alright. And now we really bend our branches in really weird ways. That's nice. Nice and creepy. Great. Ooh, juice. All right. I think there was another one. Yeah. This one will do. It's like 1/16. Yeah. Let's start right here. Cooking some trees for dinner? You know, I gotta get my my fiber. So you don't need a drill bit, but a drill bit, a power drill, but it sure will make things easier. So we're supposed to do that. This tree is in the way. And then in that hole, I mean, that drill bit's still too big. So my thing is I'm supposed to glue these words, paper clips, through in this. So since the hole's too big, I'm just gonna go all the way through, and then I can use a whole paper clip across the whole piece. That makes sense to my brain, right? Yes.
Does it?
Hopefully. First time I'm doing this.
Is that to put the like limbs of the tree in there?
Mm-hmm. My drill bit's too big. So this is what I'm dealing with. I guess glue would hold it in place. But I'm curious if there's another drill bit that's smaller. Oh, hello. Nope, 1/16. Yeah, that's as small of a drill bit as I got. What if I take these armature, like, wires? Would that fit better? Oh wow, that's really snug. Yeah, these will be better. Now I got paper clips that I'm not gonna use. I think this has to be 2 inches. Yeah, there we go. So about 5 centimeters. Yep. Make sure. Yep. And then just a little bit of glue to keep it in place. Great. So how long is this one piece? 11.5 centimeters, about 4.5 inches. Should be fine as a solo. Probably be better as a solo rather than all the way through. Okay, so I'll work on that. Did I puncture it? A little bit. It should be right. Alright, so we'll take this, shove it through the first hole that we made. About right. Let's grab more of that wire. Because apparently my little paper clips aren't gonna be good enough. Well, these are bigger paper clips. These might work. How long are these? About 6 inches. Pretty long. Yeah, so it's definitely easier just to drill holes all the way through and deal with gluing everything together. Hey, I didn't know. This is my first time. Okay. Get paper clips. How do you get so stuck together? How did you trick me? Get the hot glue ready. Silly cats.
So gross. Messy, gross.
Ugh. It's a little too X-like all the way up. I'd like to get some more across. But we're getting there. First time.
Of making this type of tree.
Mm-hmm.
You could just play and ignore him.
I think I need to glue things before I keep moving on.
Did you get it? She got the jump. She got the trash. Did you get the mouse?
Hot glue seems to be mostly ready. So let's take best practice here. Take some out. Why is this stuck? There we go. So it looks like how I'm doing this is I'm putting it on the edge of the hole and then scooping it kind of with the needle and shoving it into the hole. I'm curious to go back to look at some of the tutorials that I learned this method from and see how they approach this again. So now that I've done this, I see ways I can do this better, but I might just be doing it so wrong that I need to improve the way I'm doing it entirely.
I don't know if that's a standing post, honey. Oh, okay. You make it work?
Needle first. Let's try it without the needle first. Put the glue on, quickly grab the needle, shove it through the hole. See how much I ruined the glue or not. Okay, I really didn't do much. Okay, good to know.
she asks for attention, and then after like 10 minutes of me giving it to her, she's like, go away.
Hey, now that you're giving me attention, go away.
Yeah. She like, I went to like pet her face and she put her paw around my hand.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no.
Cats.
Okay, little one. You're in charge.
I didn't add glue to the bottom ones. Let's do that.
buy from the store? Is there anything you want?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Let's get some more across these empty slots. It's too much of an X at the moment. Oh, I haven't checked chat. I'm sorry. Bread Tomato, howdy. Skywalker, only now realize that there's a Discord. Ha ha! And you can get pinged for uploads and streams. That's right, if you join the free Discord. Sean! Been a little hyper-focused. I'm sorry, everybody. Why does it wobble so? Yeah, I had to pull out the drill because I'm working with actual wood today. Not sure this is the right way to make this tree, but it feels right. That's some definitely heavy metal tree there. Yeah, you don't want to chop down its wood. They'll chop you down right with it. Why does this still rock? That's so weird.
What are you doing? Good girl. Good girl. No problem, stop filming your joke. Yeah. Don't eat plastic. Not the kitty safe place.
So this is the first attempt to make a pine tree. I don't know how I feel about it, but I gotta trust the process. It's not how I intended to do it, but we'll see. I'll double check my notes. I thought you wanted your branches to reach towards the sun. Yes, so I want these trees, their branches to reach the sun because they grow that way. Pine trees, once the pine and all the leaves get on it, it actually gets heavier the longer it gets, and it starts to reach out towards the sun in a different way, kind of like a curve, but the weight of it all goes down. So the idea is in the, if I grab the pliers, you can kind of see this hook that I made. So it's gonna go down and out.
Did you get your Gorilla Spray adhesive?
Nope.
And you've opened all your packages?
Yep. And I haven't gotten my my turf that arrived.
So supposedly someone signed for the Gorilla Spray.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just check Amazon when you're done,
Okay.
since you ordered a lot of supplies. What is it? You want me and then you don't want me? I don't know what it is. What is that?
There we go. These two are... I want these to go a little bit more opposite direction. There we go. There. Now it's pretty shaped. Well, so that's my first attempt in trying to put together a pine tree foundation. I see some flaws in my method. With a heat gun, I could just get rid of the wisps, no problem. Kind of curious of what my notes say, because I'm not looking at my notes right now. But it's pretty close to what I was expecting. It's just all the branches wobble and wiggle a little more than I am expecting. It's all right. So the next step, so we got all these trees. I ordered more trees. More of these armatures. So I'll be working on these for a while. I can actually see some bends that need to happen. Do some fine tuning, and we'll take one and start gluing the poly fiber on it. No, we'll actually glue the polyfiber on this one since I have it in my hand. So the polyfiber is fine. I've never messed with this before. So this helps you model shrubs, vines, and undergrowth on trees. Non-magnetic for any scale. So this is meant to be vines. So I would theoretically use this to make vines for swamp trees or willows. Comparing this to, ooh, I got a bunch of stuff. to the cotton ball, honestly. Is this even cotton? I don't think this is. No, this is the... It's basically a green version of Halloween spiderweb. Oh, the spiderweb's a little bit more flexible. This rips sooner. But it's basically very similar. Very similar. Okay. So let's take this guy. I'll take just a little bit. Very little. Basically, just glue it right on top. And its goal is to act as like a mesh surface for all the foliage to sit on. Before I glue, I'm just gonna measure it out. So this is my first time. Junior's first polyfiber mesh. So we can put a big piece right here. I don't want to like get deep in there because I want to be able to see the branches come out. Oh, I can't glue this on yet because I have to paint the tree itself, the bark. Well, this is a good test. So I almost jumped the gun. I'd have been really upset. But you can see kind of a preview of like how these will act as a surface for all the leaves to sit on. And you can kind of see the silhouette of the shape of the tree. I'll save these cuts, these pulls, these rips. Oh my goodness. That's a heavy tree. Okay. Hey everybody. So we'll call it there. I'll look at my notes for the pine tree to double check that I'm going in the right direction. I will stash this polyfiber away. Tomorrow's stream, we're actually not going to do the trees because the paint for the scaffolding finally showed up for the primer. So I'm gonna wrap that stuff up on the scaffolding. We'll do some painting. Meanwhile, I'll take some notes and make sure that I know where I'm going for the trees on the following tree stream. Make sure you're subscribed so that way you don't miss out. And if you want a Discord notification for when I upload or go live, free Discord, link down below, join the community. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your day, afternoon, evening, and of course, have a great good night.